Whew, it's cold out here, but we just got our bolts off for our shocks. Got the nuts off of them, with the angle grinder, of course. They look OEM. They're definitely not, but they're still really old shocks. So it has a support there that's still pretty strong underneath, but I'm gonna take this sheet of metal here, it's pretty thick, and I'm gonna bend it and put it in, give it a little extra strength, and then go up on the sides where I grinded it, weld it into that. But now that I got my interior and everything out on my trunk, I could show you. So the trunk pan is in really good shape. Like the center of it has almost no rust. There's a hole in the spare tire slot, but the perimeter of the trunk pan just completely rotted out everywhere. I think it's only held in right there and where the latch is, and then that's pretty much all rotted out, the lip in there. The body is here too, but that's not my concern right now. And then there's some holding here, but I'm gonna go around and make basically just a 90-degree channel of steel to go in all around the trunk pan, because it's not worth replacing. It's in too good a shape to spend another $600-800 on a trunk pan. So that'll be our next project in the car. So we're gonna dive in to the mounts first and see if we can get that done. So when you're doing this kind of stuff in your garage and you're on a budget, show you a little technique of making stuff happen when you don't have the tools. So I'm bending pretty thick steel here for these patches for the shock mount, and I don't have a brake to do this, and you're gonna have a really tough time trying to do it without one. So what I do have, and most people have, is a couple 2x4s on my workbench here, and I got a vise. So when you got to do stuff like this, it's easiest to take your grinder, right? Clamp your piece of metal down, whatever you're working on, and go ahead and give yourself a couple stress cuts in it, just like you're doing drywall or something. So then, and you want to put it on the opposite side that you're bending into, so you can just roll it down, and it's going to be a hell of a lot easier than trying to just bend the flat stock piece of metal. And then you get something relatively close to what you need without spending a ton of money on a bunch of tools. I mean, it's pretty close for what I'm doing here. So I'm gonna have to, grind that down, get some good metal to weld to here, and then we're gonna cut ourselves a triangle to go into here and go up onto that. And that stud from the shock comes through, but I cut this one so it fell down in. But it's gonna go to that, and now it's gonna have a lot more strength pushing up with that plate on it versus having nothing there. And then that's gonna settle down like that. It just needs bent a little bit more. But just a little tip, cut those when you're gonna bend them if you're working with really thick metal. All tacked in now. Holes are all lined up, so that should be a lot stronger than what was there. Hey guys, hope you got something out of this video. Here in the future to check in and let you know that I filmed that beginning piece a long time ago, probably 2 months ago at this point, closer to when I got the car. That's why the interior wasn't in or anything. But I wanted to put this video out there because I'm well aware of these cars rusting out in the shock tower areas. I have some family that have worked on them, and they were saying that was an issue back in the 60s even, of that happening. So I went in recently and tacked in these triangle pieces, but very simple, and it was an improvement, definitely an upgrade. Ensure a little bit of strength that wasn't there before, and I wanted to get those new shocks in anyway. So the next project that my next video will probably be on is what's been going on in here. I've been working on that video, and a lot has been happening in this trunk. So stay tuned for that. Till then, catch you on the next one.